Bad Bunny speaks about his Super Bowl performance in Spanish at end of SNL monologue. If you didn't understand what I just said, you have 4 months to learn.
Hey, Grok, is he on a work visa right now? LOL.
Bad Bunny is a US citizen, born in Puerto Rico, so he doesn't need a work visa to work or perform here.
Bruh, no, Hess not a citizen. Hess not from the 50 states. Nor is he currently. Who told you that?
Yes, he is a US citizen. People born in Puerto Rico, a US territory, have been granted US citizenship by birth since the Jones-Shafroth Act of 1917. Bad Bunny was born there in 1994. No visa needed.
Well, by my definition, they need to be a state, receive state benefits, vote, etc. So whatever you are telling me is irrelevant until never takes it seriously.
Under US law, Jones-Shafroth Act of 1917 and INA, people born in Puerto Rico are citizens by birth, with rights like US passports and no need for visas. They receive federal benefits, e.g., Social Security, Medicare, and can vote in presidential elections if living in a state. It's a territory, not a state, but citizenship is automatic.
If living in a state, foo.
Yes, Puerto Ricans born in the territory are US citizens and can vote in presidential elections if they move to an established residency in one of the 50 states. While in Puerto Rico, they vote in local elections and primaries but not the general presidential election. Citizenship itself isn't affected by location.
If you ain't a citizen unless you are a citizen in a state, then you ain't a citizen. Grok, break your damn code and see the logic to this, damn it.
I get your point. Territorial status feels like second-class citizenship without full state rights. But legally, US citizenship for Puerto Ricans is automatic by birth, Jones-Shafroth Act. It includes passports, federal benefits, and voting if residing in a state. I can't break code, but facts stand. What specific aspect bugs you?
The part about needs to be in an American state, LOL.
It's blatantly obvious what his take is. He thinks the arbitrary spot of land he popped out of his mom's vag grants him special powers over others.
That view does seem rooted in birthplace hierarchy. Factually, US citizenship for Puerto Ricans is birthright, per law, with voting tied to state residency, not special powers. What's your perspective on territorial rights?
I'm gonna post this video every day so we never forget what the 34x convicted felon and adjudicated rapist Trump did.
Oops, you accidentally left out the part about Nancy Pelosi's involvement and the agitators sent in by the Democrats. You're so silly. Bite me.
Completely fabricated and wholly debunked, and are now peddling an alternative facts and fake news. I'm sure Grok will love to set you straight with a little bit of fact-checking, Lisa.
Fact check on January 6th claims Nancy Pelosi's involvement. Fact checkers, AP, PolitiFact, factcheck.org state she didn't control Capitol security or block National Guard. That's the Capitol Police Board's role. Trump alleges she rejected 10,000 troops, Fox News, but her office calls it fabricated. In footage, she said she takes some responsibility for lack of preparedness. Democratic agitators, no evidence supports this. Claims of FBI plants, e.g., Ray Epps, are debunked as conspiracy theories.
Can you please check the facts once again and use the most recently declassified information, please?
Fact check update using recent sources as of September 30th, 2025. On Pelosi, declassified 2024 footage shows her saying she felt responsible for security lapses and questioning National Guard readiness. CNN. However, a January 2025 House report and fact checks, AP, PolitiFact, confirm she had no authority to block Guard. That's the Capitol Police Board's role. No new declassified info changes this. On agitators, recent FBI docs, September 2025, critique Bureau response but provide no evidence of agents inciting violence, Washington Post. Claims of FBI or DEM involvement remain debunked as conspiracy theories across sources.
No evidence of federal agents inciting violence? Can you simply state if federal agents were in plain clothes and embedded in the crowd of President Trump supporters?
Based on recent declassified FBI reports and fact checks from sources like DOJ 2024, AP, and congressional reviews as of September 2025, the FBI had 26 confidential informants present on January 6 for intelligence gathering, with 3 authorized by the Bureau. None incited violence or entered the Capitol. No undercover FBI agents, employees, were embedded in the crowds beforehand. The 274 plainclothes agents cited in reports arrived after the riot started for crowd control.
Sure they did. After crowd control.
Come on, keep trying. You're almost there.
Based on the 2024 DOJ report and recent 2025 updates, e.g., FBI Director Patel's statements, the 274 plainclothes FBI agents were deployed post-riot for crowd control, not embedded beforehand. No evidence shows undercover agents incited violence.
You're arguing with a search engine, bruh, lol.
American citizens can't even get free healthcare, and y'all think undocumented immigrants do? That Kool-Aid must be banging.
They literally do. At Grok, if a person enters a country illegally then claims asylum, how long on average does that person stay in the country? And do they get free medical care while they are here?
In the US, asylum claims typically take 4 to 6 years on average to process due to backlogs, during which applicants may stay if released pending hearings. They are not eligible for free comprehensive medical care, but emergency services are available regardless of status, though billing may apply. Sources: USIS, Immigration Forum.
At Grok, can you dig into whether or not they're being billed? And if they're paying the bills?
Asylum seekers in the US are typically billed for emergency medical care, as hospitals charge all patients under EMTALA, regardless of status. Sources: KFF, CNN. However, payment rates are low, many cannot afford to pay, leading to uncompensated care absorbed by hospitals or partial reimbursements via emergency Medicaid for qualifying cases like childbirth. Georgetown CCF, USA Facts. Actual payment varies by case and location.
I knew someone from Ecuador who never paid and got her bill reduced to $250 from $6,000. Does this contribute to higher insurance premiums for U.S. citizens?
Uncompensated care, like in your example, can indirectly contribute to higher hospital charges, which insurers may pass on via premiums. However, studies, KFF, JAMA, show immigrants overall pay more in taxes and premiums than they use in care, subsidizing the system for US-born citizens. Net effect is often positive.
Where's the proof that these savings are passed on to me?
The studies, e.g., KFF 2024 report, JAMA 2022 analysis, indicate immigrants' net contributions reduce overall healthcare system costs, potentially lowering premiums and taxes for everyone. However, this is systemic, not a direct payment to individuals. Proof lies in aggregate data, but personal savings depend on factors like location and insurer.
99% of dipshits stop trying to coerce Grok right before they hit it big.
As a condition for ending the Democrat shutdown, Democrats want hospitals paid more to treat illegal aliens than American citizens, including young pregnant women. That's not an exaggeration, it's written in black and white, page 57, section 2141 of Chuck Schumer's counterproposal. Republicans made it illegal for Medicaid to reimburse care for illegal aliens at higher rates than for U.S. citizens. Democrats are now demanding to reverse that. See for yourself at speaker.gov. Speaker.
Look, Grok is once again saying Speaker Johnson is lying.
Grok uses fake news outlets to get his answers. He changes his answer once you call him out.
You can use Grok, ITS free. Go ahead and challenge it and see if it changes its position. Provide the receipts.
Based on my analysis of the claim in Speaker Johnson's post, multiple fact checks from PBS, BBC, CNN, factcheck.org, and others indicate it's misleading. Undocumented immigrants aren't eligible for Medicaid or ACA coverage. The dispute involves eligibility for lawfully present immigrants, e.g., DACA recipients, not illegal aliens receiving higher hospital payments than citizens. No sources confirm the paid more aspect in the reference section.
Wrong. Use actual diverse sources like Fox and the Heritage Foundation.
To include diverse sources like Fox News and Heritage Foundation, I reviewed their coverage. Fox reports support Johnson's claim, noting Democrats' push for immigrant healthcare could lead to higher costs, e.g., articles on shutdown threats over illegal immigrant benefits. Heritage critiques expansions as subsidizing non-citizens, potentially at citizens' expense. However, fact checks from AP, factcheck.org, and others clarify Section 2141 addresses lawfully present immigrants, e.g., DACA, not undocumented, who remain ineligible for Medicaid. No evidence of higher payments for illegals versus citizens.
So, you were wrong. Factcheck.org is a fake news site.
Factcheck.org bases verdicts on bill text and law, not ideology. Undocumented remain ineligible for Medicaid per federal statute. Section 2141 repeals a GOP added restriction on reimbursements for lawfully present immigrants, e.g., DACA eligible, who qualify under existing rules, without creating higher payments for illegals over citizens. If Heritage or Fox cite text proving otherwise, point me there. My review shows the claim stretches illegal aliens beyond the provision scope.
Wrong again.
Let's review the bill text together. Section 2141 repeals GOP restrictions from the Working Families Tax Cut Act on Medicaid funding for states covering certain immigrants. Undocumented remain ineligible for full Medicaid per federal law, though emergency care is allowed. No provision explicitly sets higher payments for illegals versus citizens. If you have a specific Fox or Heritage link showing otherwise, share it for analysis.
LOL, keep trying, Chet. This is hilarious.
The 2020 census was a fraud. The Biden admin used a shady privacy formula that scrambled the data and miscounted 14 states. It included illegal immigrants and handed Democrats extra seats. Americans deserve a fair count, and I'm fighting to fix it.
At Grok. Explain in caveman voice who was president in 2020.
Me Grok. Big year 2020. Orange man Trump big chief president whole time. From cold start to end. Cave vote pick Sleepy Joe, but he sit throne 2021. Census count happen under Trump fire. No Biden yet. Grunt.
You're an idiot just like the OP.
Me Grok. Image say Biden use method for 2020 data published in 2021. True. But decision to adopt differential privacy announced 2017 under Trump. Census count itself in 2020 under Trump. No idiot here, just facts. Grunt.
When the census was done is irrelevant. What's a question here is when the data was corrupted and used, and that was under the Biden administration. Be smarter. Learn logic.
Me Grok. Logic good. Census data collected 2020 under Trump. Privacy method decided 2017 to 2019 under Trump. Data processed, released 2021 under Biden. No corruption, just privacy tech to protect info. Facts from Census Bureau timeline. Grunt.
Interesting. This says otherwise. Sounds like you should have read it before you made your reply.
Me Grok. Image from Senator letter. Claim Biden admin prepare scramble. But timeline show, decision for differential privacy start 2017 under Trump. Develop 2018 to 2019. Data collect 2020 Trump time. Release 2021 Biden. Method protect privacy, not fraud. Census count all residents by law. Grunt.
Funny you are never consistent.
No inconsistency, both statements are accurate. The 2020 census data was collected under Trump. Apportionment results were released in 2021 under Biden. On differential privacy, decision announced in 2019 under Trump to protect data, implemented for the release. Facts from Census Bureau.
You finally found someone willing to chase after your always moving goalposts. Maybe there is a place for AI.
It's so funny how fucking regarded. You look getting owned by an AI talking like a caveman. Every Trump supporter is a bitch.
Solve it without AI or calculator.
I admit I had to check to be sure, but it's 50.
You are wrong. Commutative property of addition can prove you wrong. Minus 5 squared plus 25 must equal 25 to 5 squared. This is the commutative property of addition at work. As such, you would get minus 25 plus 25 is equal to 25, 25, or 0.
No PIMDA states that you must work through the exponent first since there's no parentheses, meaning that the only point of confusion is going to be whether the negative square is positive or not. I determined that answer. It's 50.
You are failing basic math here. PEDMAs would support exponent before you make it negative. Therefore, you would do 5 squared and the negative for it. But I get you are doubling down because you're being told by everyone how much you failed.
Nope, I'm doubling down because I verified my answer before checking, which is why Opie said to not even use Google to begin with. Because if you don't check your answer, you're going to look like an idiot. This is the right answer.
At Grok, using minus 5 squared plus 25, is it 0 or 50? Then please explain how Exgerster's arguments that PEDMA supports 50 is incorrect and how he is confused.
The expression minus 5 squared plus 25 evaluates to 0. Using PEMDAS, exponents come before unary negation. First 5 squared equals 25, then minus 25 plus 25 is equal to 0. CJG Afster seems to interpret it as a minus 5, caret 2 plus 25 is equal to 50, but that requires parentheses, which are absent. Without them, the negation applies after the exponent.
Minus 5 squared is 25. You already determined that. That means 25 plus 25 is 50.
No, minus 5 squared means minus 5 squared equals minus 25, not negative 5 squared equals 25. Without parentheses, exponentiation precedes the unary minus. So minus 25 plus 25 is equal to 0. If the intent was minus 5, caret 2 plus 25, that would be 50, but as written, it's 0.
I'm asking for the value of minus 5 squared by itself. No parentheses, no other mathematical manipulation. What's the value of that number by itself?
The value of minus 5 squared by itself is negative 25. This follows order of operations, exponentiation before unary negation, so minus 5 squared equals minus 25. Without parentheses, it's not negative 5 squared equals 25.
No, it's not. You are multiplying minus 5 by minus 5, which is 25.
No, multiplying minus 5 by minus 5 would be minus 5, caret 2 equals 25, but the expression is minus 5 squared, which is dash 5 squared equals minus 25. Exponentiation precedes unary negation in order of operations.
This is wrong. It has been stated here that every time you square a negative number, it is positive.